Morning, everybody. It's your boy Raven Wulfgar again. Before we do our, daily reading here, I wanted to tell you a little story. So I did a reading using this deck, and I did these two here. That was a few days ago, and I posted a picture of it on Twitter, and well, I kind of saw something in that day. I knew I was going to be dealing with someone I really didn't want to deal with. And I think we all had that kind of a moment. Pardon me, I'm just getting my tea ready. And we're going to do the little pregame. We're going to do a little pregame show, and then we're going to get the ball rolling. Okay? So anyway, I knew I was going to be dealing with a guy I didn't really care to deal with. I'm not going to name names. I'll call him Jack. Jack is one of those guys I don't think has a lot of friends. And I don't think he has a lot of friends because everything kind of has to go his way. By the way, if you're hearing construction noises, it's because I live in an apartment complex and they're installing central air. They're also doing landscaping. Naturally, it's spring. It's getting close to summer now. Summer's about to approach. Okay, so tea is ready. Let me just go put this away real quick. I will be right back. Stick it over here. Okay, great. So anyway, Jack's one of those kind of guys that things don't go his way, he'll come after you verbally. He becomes very verbally combative. Several times, even some of my coworkers have had to deal with him, and we've all kind of agreed, he just hasn't run into the right person. He hasn't mouthed off to the right person, and the day he does, it's not gonna go well for him. Naturally, I've actually had a career where I stared down, criminals, so this guy doesn't really faze me. I did end up having to deal with him, and of course, having to deal with him meant that things didn't quite go his way. Consulted with a few of my colleagues, and well, we came to a conclusion that wasn't gonna, what he needed to happen wasn't gonna happen right away. We needed certain things to be in place before it could happen. Of course, I informed him of this. He didn't take kindly to it. He went in verbally on me. Now me, if you do that, I just kind of look off somewhere else. I'm looking for blue jays, crows, and UFOs kind of out in the distance, and I'm just kind of listening for when you stop, which he did. And something in that spread told me that the way to deal with him wasn't to come back. This wasn't threat to life and limb. And I just kind of went, like I said, well, that would be a problem. And then again, I informed him, we need these things to happen. If you can get these things done for us, which is your responsibility, we'll go ahead and do this. You'll have what you need today. Naturally, he turned super red and just bounced. He just completely fucked off. So, the moral of that story is, sometimes the thing you want to do isn't the thing you need to do, and the thing you need to do gets you the better result. Naturally, things turned out okay. He got what we needed for, his end goal. So all's well that ends well, but naturally, I've had to deal with him a time or two before, and just one of those kind of things. Now, I've got the Triquetra set up. TGIF, man. Thank goodness it's Friday. Right, so today, I'm going with a smaller deck. I'm going with the Radiant deck because, hey, it's a very sunny, very beautiful Friday. We're also going to do Starseed Oracle and Viking Oracle because I like to consult with the gods and get get their thing. I like to consult with the universe, get their thing, and we're gonna start this thing off with a bang, aren't we? So first thing we're gonna do, I've got a little anti-stress cone incense over there. I'm gonna light that sucker up just real quick. There we go. So we got the anti-stress cone lit. The anti-stress cone, of course, it's just for us to start our day that way, right? No stress, nothing like that. And of course I got my four pieces of one of my favorite stones, black tourmaline, right here. And it serves two purposes. Number one, we're going to banish all the evil in this little space right here. We're going to kind of take the influence out of these decks, and we're going to do this thing right. Okay, so starting off with one black stone to banish evil from this space, one black stone to get negativity about my face, one black stone to welcome friends from near and far, and one more just to say I love you, whoever you are. Alright, so we got our field set up. I got my coffee, or not my coffee, I got my tea. You can go get a cup of coffee if you want. I got a little more setup to do here. So, and I'm hoping to get this uploaded before I have to leave. So I'm probably going to be uploading this to YouTube. I tried to upload it to pill.net. It took forever, and I didn't get it actually posted until, I want to say it was like 9 o'clock. I'm trying to start your day, not end it. Although, maybe ending the day some days is a good thing. It'll give you something to reflect on. So, let me get these out of here for just a moment. Got my 4 pieces of quartz here. Those are for my decks. We got the cone burning. These little, like, I know there are bigger versions of this. I didn't get one. I got this little guy. This is my, I actually don't carry this with me. I probably should, because I keep getting questions now, like, now that there are people around me who know I do this, they're like, oh, what do your cards say about this? Well, I don't have them. I know that when I tell you what the overall story is, it seems very, very, very sage and very wise and all that other stuff, but I don't have the cards with me, so I can't break it down any further for you. Maybe I should start carrying one. Think I should? I also got I got another one, a little small deck there. It's Centennial Smithwaite, which the artwork is a bit darker, so it's much more like the original. And don't get me wrong, I love Rider-Waite decks, but I'm gonna say this: the books that come with them are absolute shit. Sorry, US Games, but you got some left-brain people working for you, and you really need some right-brain people up in there. We need a little inspiration in those books. I don't see any, and that's a problem. Believe it or not, the books for my Oracle decks, they were much more inspired. The books for Raven's Prophecy Tarot, much more inspired. And of course, easier to digest. Same with Uncommon Tarot. I thought Uncommon Tarot's book was going to be a bit daunting. It was anything but daunting. So, yeah, definitely something to think about. What's that company again? US Game Systems Inc. I'm gonna go to the website. Make a suggestion. I'll probably get like file 13 on me. I don't know. Yeah, it'd be worth a shot, wouldn't it? Okay, so I'll separate a little bit. Here we go. Runes. Rest. Actually, I'm going to need this for a second. I'm going to need the rest for just a second, because I want to see how you're doing. That's you, person watching this right now. By the way, how are you guys doing today? Doing all right? Life good still? Or some of you still looking for jobs and trying to make ends meet, trying to take care of your families, or has the goal been accomplished? If the goal's been accomplished, it's time to move on to the next one. Just a feeling I get. All right, so. Okay. So let's see what the book says about this card that just had to come out. And boy, did it just have to come out. Let's see. Here we go. Oh, well, this is fitting. Okay, so I've got Frithgard. And that's going to be our guide. So that's going to be kind of our focus for the day. And it says it's time to find refuge. We all need occasional respite from the chaos and the pressure of the world around us. There's profound sanctity in places that protect us. Silence is valuable now. Secure both the protection of your community and your own peace. Seek the action that will weave peace into the current situation. In the quiet shade of the great tree, I can lay down my sword, I can put down my shield. As your strong shield arm is about me, here under your gaze all is well. Woven into each stone and ray of sunshine is Frithgard, and I claim peace. Thank goodness it's Friday. Did you know Friday is actually Frigg's Day? That is the day of Frigg, or the wife of Odin. In fact, about 4 of your weekdays are named for Norse gods. There's Tuesday, or Tuesday. Tu is another name for Tyr. There's Wednesday. That's Odin's Day. That's another Germanic name for Odin, of course. There's Thursday, or Thor's Day. And then there's Friday, Frigg's Day. Guess what? 4 days in a row named for Norse gods. There you go. Kind of interesting, huh? If you didn't know that, now you do. Okay, so mind, body, and soul. That's really where I want to go today. I want to ask, what do our bodies need? Well, I think some of us can figure that out. Some of us, you gotta believe in something. I believe I'll have a beer. So, let's cut and shuffles. Okay, the only thing about these smaller cards is they could be a little clumsy when you're used to handling bigger cards. Kind of going, and these are about just slightly bigger than playing cards. So let's see what we got. What does our bodies need? 2 of Swords, a Sun, and 7 of Pentacles. Okay, so with this we're looking at 2 of Swords. Normally that's a decision. I can tell you straight away that Sun is certainty. It's security. I've had the Sun coming up, and it doesn't matter what deck I use. I've got the Sun coming up in a heck of a lot of spreads lately. So we're looking at possibly a stalemate somewhere. This could be in our work life. If today's your day off, you may be looking at a choice, maybe a choice in how to spend your day. Obviously the Sun is our sort of security there. I'm looking for what I make notes to try to remember stuff, and then I can't remember stuff. So this is a hope, a clear-sightedness, and a self-awareness, and that's important. It comes up in the middle of everything. But also, take joy in a fresh start. Life is good. Why is it good? I'm gonna say it's that 7 of Pentacles there. So you're going to look at, looking at that Two of Swords as maybe a little introspection, and you're going to need it. But right now, even though things are good, you're kind of looking at, this is going to be a little difficulty here, I think, because there's some introspection going on, and even though life is great, even though things could be worse, could be better, but could be worse, you're kind of looking at the fruits of things and going, is this really worth it? I mean, it kind of seems like you're longing for a little something more. Maybe, and I can tell you this, there are people who have very secure situations, and they're not happy. Maybe it's time to maybe it's time to look at some options. You know, maybe if it's the job, or if it's the life where you are now, you're not getting enough adventure. That's kind of what I'm getting. You're not getting enough adventure. You're not getting enough excitement. You need a little uncertainty, and maybe that's what it is. Go for an adventure. You know, and this is just for today. So I don't know. Maybe plan something for this weekend. Now, I'm going to say this: do your day consciously, okay? Keep your mind where you are. Holy smokes! And don't get too wrapped up in it. You know, it's just not really gonna help you. But don't let your mind wander too much. Okay, so what does the mind need? Ace of Wands, 10. Ooh, oof. I'll tell you one thing. I never like seeing that 10 of Swords come up. Oof, that is overkill. I mean, look at this. Look at this guy. That guy's got 10 swords all in his back. That dude is probably done from the first one. Okay, but an Ace of Wands is a good sign. The Fool, maybe not so much. Maybe, I don't know. We're gonna look though. Okay, Wands. So there's potential. You're kind of considering some things right now, and you're looking at its potential. You're looking at the what could go right. That's not always the worst thing in the world. I mean, look, every one of us who got into crypto was like, dude, we could become the next, we could become billionaires too. We could become millionaires just like those Bitcoiners did. So we saw the potential. Some of us didn't see the catastrophe though. And when you're looking at the catastrophe, the 10 of Swords, I'm thinking something, you need an end to something. Okay? You need a little transformation. You need a little release here. But wow, it's overkill. It really is. And the problem with seeing the potential is, even though you're thinking something has to give right now, you're kind of wandering a little blind into it. Don't wander blind into it. There's a certain naivete there that you're dealing with, and that's I guess that's what the mind needs. The mind needs to wander a little bit today. Don't let it do it too much, because I think that can really hurt you. And especially if you have to work today. Now, if you're at home, it's your day off. It's Friday. You've got the Friday off. You're doing a long weekend. Okay, different story. Don't let your mind wander too far off. Kind of rein it in every once in a while. Just a bit of advice there. And finally, what does our spirit need? I'm going to try to blast through this as quickly as possible, because I really do want to get this uploaded before my time runs out and I've got to get out of here, because I'm on band duty today. Okay, so we got a Queen of Cups. We got a Knight of Pentacles, and we got the Hangman. I could tell you that Queen of Cups is a lot of emotional maturity. But there's a lot of intuition there as well. And you know what? I'm going to say this. This card also represents introspection, so listen, I don't know you. I really don't. I don't know what you believe, and it doesn't matter to me. I got this little piece of, this is a stone called opal. It is sharp, it is jagged, but it's also very smooth on its sides. And it's known for aiding intuition. Personally, I don't think intuition ever goes wrong. So I'm going to place that opal right there. Because this is what your spirit needs. Your spirit's actually talking to you. And it's saying something. Now that Knight of Pentacles, just from his looks I could tell you, he's not really moving. But while it seems like he's not moving, just remember that he is all about adventure. Now, of course, the Hangman. Notice he's hanging upside down by his foot. But the good thing about it is, it's time to let go. And that's what that symbolizes. Let go. Stop worrying about things you can't control. Because the things you can't control, you know, what's that old saying? Change the things you can, accept the things that you can't, and have the wisdom to know the difference. Your intuition is trying to tell you something. Okay, you want that adventure, you're going to have to relinquish some control. So, I would say get a little adventurous today in your daily life, and let's see what the cosmos has to say about it. Am I right? Am I wrong? I don't really know. I kind of get the feeling I'm right though. You're really in need of a break. You're in need of getting away, and no shit, this comes up on a Friday. Hey, I get it. We're all like, oh, we're tired from the week. Remember, we just got one more day. Let's get through this day. Let's put our mind on today. Okay. Boom. Boom. Wow. Okay. So, for your mind, body, and spirit from the cosmos, I've got karmic relationships. This is polarity, soul growth, and conflict. We could definitely see conflict in the Two of Swords there. We see conflict in this Ten of Swords. Swords are a conflict card. You will have conflict today. You've got to resolve it. Get a little adventurous with how you resolve it, but remember to stay focused and grounded. I mean, you can kind of see, I would say, draw on the people that you may be close to. Get with them and find out, you know, what's going on today. Or do we have any problems? How did we try handling it before? Is it working? If not, we need to figure out something else. And I think it's going to be you that needs to be the one. Put your mind to this. This is forge, don't follow. You're going to have to take your path. You're going to have to come up with some ideas. You're probably not even going to get credited for them, but that's beside the point. The point is, you need to make a new path for yourself. And finally, with the activated earth is really, really cool. It's a very nice card. And this is for the spirit. This is actually pretty fitting, because something's activated in the planet. You notice there's not a lot of, like, you see a lot of space and everything. And now this is a lot more grounded. and you need to go somewhere sacred to you, and I think that's what the adventure is. Maybe that place has been cut off. You've been cut off from that place for a while. Time to get there. Time to go. Alright, and I think that, I don't know, but I kind of feel like my decks are looking out to the weekend too. Hey, I've been reading them pretty much all week. They're not used to that. They're a little on the soft side, so they're sort of like me. It's time for me to get out too. Not gonna lie. Okay, so we've got from Mind, we've got Awaz, or Iwaz, we've got Sowilo, and we've got Uruz for the runes. There we go. These are the secrets that we needed. And Awaz. Okay. Awaz says this: do not be afraid of death, it's just another part of life. You will experience a new beginning once you've completed the current cycle, but not before. Set your boundaries clearly and you will be protected. Now, this doesn't mean you're literally going to die. It means that, remember, we've got to get through what we got to get through today. Set some boundaries, forge your own path, contribute ideas. Again, I think the emphasis is set those boundaries. That means when you're off work, no calls, no texts, no emails. You tell the office, if you have the next couple days off, or whenever your next couple days off, or your next day off, under no circumstances are you to call me. I'm off. I'm going on my adventure. You need it, okay? So that is something that you really, really need, and I think you deserve it. So, just saw you. There you are. For the Mind, you are on purpose. You're on the right path. You may need to leave others behind to reach your goal. Truth is right in front of you. Should you choose to see it, you may have experienced dark times, but your future is bright. Because Soilo is the rune of the sun. It's also a victory rune, so this could be, I'm going to say this, there's light at the end of your tunnel. Here comes the weekend. And then there's Uruz, which I know I should know that one because it's come up a couple times in other readings. Table of contents, that will probably work. And 24. Okay, so with Uruz, like I said, it's come up a couple times. Okay. You're going to have to build some personal power ethically from inside out. Okay? Nothing starts from, you can't work from outside in this time. You're going to have to, work on you, build it out. Now, this is one of the things that it's pointing toward resilience and endurance, but it also says this: our will can change our fate. Our fates aren't fixed here. It can forge a path where there is none. And what is that pointing to? It's pointing right over here. So your spirit is telling your mind, time for us to get back to center so we can get some new ideas and way we can manifest our deepest desires, our goals and things like that. You're going to find a peace in that. And that's what makes Frithgerd so awesome. And I understand I'm kind of Frithgerd. That's how I pronounce it. That's how it's pronounced. But anyway, have a plan. Get out there this weekend. Do your thing today. You've got something to look forward to. If that means going to church on Sunday, you might want to actually consider going, because you're going to get something out of it, and it's probably going to be something big, but it's going to be very personal to you. So that's what I've got with Mind, Body, and Spirit for your reading for today, May the 7th. This is your boy Raven Wulfgar saying, I love you. So long. Have a great weekend.